Thank you so much for downloading the episode on the show. It is the final Ugly Truth for 2018, where we reflect on our year, but mostly we talk about chocolate anuses and butt sex, of course. That, along with our Ugly and Awkward Moments of the week. Thank you so much for shopping lipandclip.com and our Amazon link on our Ugly Truth website. We appreciate the support for 2018. Looking forward to a great 2019. Enjoy the show.
It's another uncensored look at the world around you, from sisters who will say just about anything to anyone at any time. It's the Uggs. Jamie?
If he was dying and it was his last wish, I wouldn't do it.
Paula?
I'm tired right now, this very minute.
Uncensored as always, it's time for the Ugly Truth.
Welcome to the Ugly Truth. This is episode 333.
I tried to clear my throat quietly and it didn't work. So, sorry.
We're still Sisters Who Podcast, though.
Oh, yes, we are. Definitely.
Yes, we are. Last show of 2018. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it. I was trying to think the other day how long we've been doing this.
I think, well, here's the hard part. There were some trials and tribulations throughout our little endeavor. And so there was about a year where we had a lot of subs, a lot of breaks. So I hate to say it's been 5 years because it doesn't feel like it, because we really took some time off and had a lot of interesting things trying to keep up the show without going blank completely, dark. So I guess officially it's been 5 years, but I don't think we've done 5 years worth of shows.
I feel like it's been longer.
Well,
maybe
it's possible.
Not. I guess
no,
not.
I mean, I think maybe 6. We're terrible. See, we don't even know. We have no idea. We know nothing of our own things. But I mean, I'm having a good time still. It's still fun for me. I know it's fun for you. And people still listen. And more people listen every month. So that's exciting.
That is exciting.
And podcasting isn't going anywhere. I mean, you and I, we're not famous. We're not comedians. We don't have a following outside of our little show. So for me, the fact that we've gone from 10 downloads to thousands of downloads a month, to me, is an accomplishment in of itself.
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, it would, of course, we would like there to always be more because we think we're the best. And we, okay, for example, there's these 2 women who are in the top 10 on iTunes, and they're slutty looking ladies from New York, and they're part of a bigger media outlet. And they had 1-star reviews until November 17th. And then suddenly they had like 11,000 5-star reviews.
What happened?
Well, I think their people probably said, "Hey, listeners, they're probably their super popular podcast said, hey, you guys got to go check out our friends, da da da." And then suddenly they were flooded with 5-star reviews, and now they're in the top 3 podcasts of all time this month. And I'm like, really? And they talk about blowjobs and getting semen on your face.
That's disgusting.
Well, I mean, look, we talk about stuff like that.
I'm not saying we haven't talked about that, but I'm just saying, like, not every episode, in moderation.
No, exactly. And so, but the reviews before that were like, yeah, it's really sexy for about 3 minutes, and then they're really annoying as fuck after that. And I'm like, okay, so that sounds more normal than, oh, they're so sexy. If all women talk like this, it'd be such a better place. I'm like, all women do talk like this. They just aren't filthy about it. That's the difference. I don't know. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but one of the reviews said, this podcast is definitely for men. It is not for women. Because women would go, skink-ho! And men are like, yeah, baby. It's like, yeah, let me come on your tits. And it's like, come on.
No.
Yeah. But anyway, so we don't have a larger media outlet where they can say, hey, these 2 hilarious Mexican girls who have a Swedish mother, they're sisters who podcast. There is no one who will endorse us to give us a push. Someday, I think that might happen. You never know. But right now, it's just our little club of pretty listeners. We have the most attractive listeners in the world. I swear to God.
We do.
I swear to God. I don't know why, but we just do. They take pride in their beauty and their handsomeness, and I appreciate that very much. You make us look good is my point. So anyway, final show. You're going to tell me about, okay, so you've had this obsession with chocolate edible anuses.
I still
For a
haven't
few
purchased any because they're always sold out.
Okay, I have to tell you, they're from the UK.
Yes.
They're not American. Believe it or not, I found some on Amazon.
No way.
Yes, if you click through the Ugly Truth website on Amazon and you search, because we have on the Shop Ugly page of our website, there's a place where you can search in Amazon. It'll take you right through to our link to the product. So I typed in edible anus and they have them there. The problem was, because I was going to get you some, is they wouldn't come until like the end of January.
Whoa, hold on. I may have typed the wrong thing.
What did you put? I don't even want to know.
I really typed in edible anus. Edible anus. The first thing that popped up was Asian butthole.
Okay. On Amazon?
Yes. Let me see.
Wow.
Here. Now I'm looking
Interesting.
at all these things for the butt. Jeez, I don't want to do that. Icing.
There's just so much focus on the anus sexually.
Really
I'm the opposite of aroused when that happens. I hate it.
Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron edible image cake topper.
Oh,
That's for a cake. It's not for the butthole. Well, you probably could put it on your butt.
You can do whatever you want with it, I suppose.
If they're into ponies, I guess. But
okay, so while you're looking for chocolate edible anus on Amazon, everybody's always 2 clicks away from porn or some horrible.
it really
picture
is
of
true.
something. I mean, it really doesn't take much. I don't even know how I ended up on it, but I saw a GIF of a girl whose anus was dilated to like a 7.
Oh God!
And a bunch of oil came out of her butt, and I'm like, why is this a thing? Like, how am I seeing this? First of all, I don't want to see anyone's asshole that open ever. That couldn't have been comfortable.
Okay, so I was reading about these edible anuses last night because there's a new addition to it, which I'll tell you about in a little bit.
Oh,
but,
okay.
So I was laughing, and a friend's like, "What are you doing?" Because I'll show him weird stuff when I find it.
Of course.
And I'm
Yes.
just like, "It's the edible anus chocolates," and he's like, "What?" And so I showed him. He's like, "Oh my God!" And so he was looking at them, and he expanded the picture with his fingers so he could see it, really big.
Mm-hmm.
And all it is a bunch of wrinkles. It's not.
Yeah. It doesn't look like anything.
Then he
right?
looks at me like with a dead-on face, and he's like, "Where's the hole?" So I'm like, "Brian," I'm like, "There's no hole until you put something in or something's coming out." And he's like,
a whole new world. A dazzling place I never knew. God.
things that we teach our children.
Jesus.
Or shouldn't teach our children, I guess. So anyways, before it was 3 chocolates. It came in milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and white chocolate. So they were just big chocolates.
Understandable.
Well, now the man behind the edible anus, Magnus Irvin, first started by casting his own anus. And the process, however, was without setbacks. He says, "I poured the stuff in me bum, and it all ran past me nuts into me face."
Oh my God.
So now what you can do is, does your girlfriend prefer jewelry over chocolates? Well, you're still in luck as long as you have an extra $1,900, as the company also offers custom bronze molds. And it shows a bronze mold of your anus in a jewelry box.
What? Your own anus or this anus?
Your own anus. And then there is a YouTube video showing a woman with her
butt in the air.
Yeah, she's laying like, how do I explain this? So you're at you got your legs in the stirrups, but it's like kind of flipping more, like your legs are back behind your head, basically.
Yes.
And he's got the plaster and a paintbrush.
Okay. This sounds like porn.
It's not porn. It's very clinical. She's covered in tattoos.
What?
And so...
Do you mean to tell me that her mother is either dead or unaware of what she does for a living? Can you imagine telling our mom, "Hey mom, so I got this new gig. It's really great. They're modeling anuses after mine."
I wonder how long it would take our mother to figure it out, what it was, if we gave it to her.
She'd be like, "Jamie Lynn, I don't understand a word you said, and I don't think I want to." I don't want to know.
We hand this to her, Mom, we got this for you. And she'd be like, oh.
What is this?
What is it? Is it a flower?
I don't understand. Is this a paperweight? What do I do with this? It's my ass. She would die. Her neck would be so red.
This doesn't look like a butt. No, Mom, go
like,
deeper.
She'd be like, Jamie Lynn, this is an anus. You know.
Exactly.
This is disgusting. Get this out of here.
Hey, I paid a lot of money for that, Mom.
It's like, hey, I had to be in stirrups and have some stranger wipe silicone on my butt. Come on.
That cost me $2,000.
$1,900. Mr. Urban did it. It was very clinical.
I had to go to the UK.
It was quite the investment of time.
So clearly he is expanding.
He has an obsession.
Well, I would think so.
Well,
now I mean, think about it. He gets to plaster buttholes all day.
Is he, are the chocolate anuses his? Like, did he model the chocolate anus out of his anus?
Yes.
So when you order those, the mold comes directly from the source. Originally, long ago, but I'm just saying.
Yes, the original mold was his own anus.
I wonder if that's arousing to him, knowing that people all over the world are eating his anus.
Well, I mean, chocolate is an aphrodisiac, so...
He's an unusual cat. I think I want to meet him one day, just to see what he's all about.
We could interview him.
Oh my God, Paula, seriously, set it up. Let's do it. He would laugh. He'd be a hoot.
Oh my gosh. So have you thought about doing other parts like nipples?
He's like, oh, I've done it all. I just can't sell them. I eat them all.
Oh my God, belly buttons.
Gross. Gross. So the fact that I found it on Amazon and it was the legit one, you know what? I should have got them anyway because they're probably sold out now. But
well, they're expensive. They're like $50 or something.
Yeah. Well, this was like a set. This was like 3 or 4 chocolates. It wasn't like a dozen or anything. So it was like $29.
They're really big, and you only get 3.
Oh, okay. So they're big. Okay.
Yeah.
Big asshole. That's a perfect gift.
Well,
for someone.
I mean, however big a butthole is.
A man's butthole.
I don't think. Yeah, and he's older, so.
Paula, I'm struggling, man. I am really struggling with this whole thing. I think this is some kind of kink for him, and obviously,
well, of course it is.
It's one of these things where, you know, how does one come up with that idea and then suddenly it becomes a thing? It's so weird.
Because there's other people like him in the world.
Well,
Jeez.
yeah, like you. You've been wanting to buy these for like 3 years.
I didn't say I wanted to eat them. I just said I wanted to have them.
I want to see them. Yeah, I understand the curiosity, actually, but
I was going to gift them to you. I wasn't going to keep them.
What, like I was going to eat it? Please. I do nothing ass. I hate it.
You've never tossed a salad?
What do you mean? What does that mean? Eating someone's ass?
You don't know what that means?
No, what does that mean? I've heard it, but I don't.
Google toss a salad.
God, I'm afraid to even look. Hold on. Tossing a salad. Tossing. Shut up. Tossing salad. Toss someone's salad. Licking someone's asshole. No, I've never licked one's asshole.
Really?
I know. Daryl is struggling. I'm sure he's suffering from it.
Well, he might be shy.
Paula, in a million years, I would never lick his asshole. If he was dying and it was his last wish, I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, absolutely not. I'm sorry. I could probably buy like a toy or something, right? There's got to be a toy that does it.
Well, I mean,
I can't believe you've done it. I would never do it to a man. That's disgusting. I would never. Okay, I'm a prude. Oh, well, I just won't ever lick a guy's ass.
When you're just in that primitive mode.
I've never felt that primitive, ever. Never. I know. It's, you know, I'm weird, apparently. I'm weird. I'm just not.
Well, I'll tell you, I was primitive in the shower. So,
okay, look, I've done a lot of things, but I've never done that. I mean, really, I just couldn't. Paula, there's not enough alcohol in the world. I couldn't do it. I assume it feels good for them.
I mean, for them, yeah.
Yes. There's just not enough alcohol. No, I couldn't do it. I've had it done to me.
Oh, well, That's not fair.
Yeah, it is. It's very fair. I'm sorry. And, I don't necessarily enjoy, I didn't like go, ew, gross. But it wasn't like something that I would ask for regularly. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not one of those people. So
no, it's not something that's regular. That's like something that happens like,
every lunar eclipse.
Something like that.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. But hey, you know what? I don't poo-poo on it. If you want to do it, do it. It wouldn't be me.
You definitely shouldn't poo-poo on it.
I was listening to a podcast yesterday, in fact, and there's a woman, she's trying really hard to get money for a full transition, but she does YouTube videos on certain aspects of sex.
Oh, right. Okay.
She was talking about how to prepare for anal sex. And it was, for her, it was quite a process. Like, you can't eat for 3 days. And then you have to do like a ton of like enemas and stuff. And I'm like, that is way too much effort for that.
I didn't realize I don't do that.
Well, I guess if you're really like, this is an event, we're going to get together on Wednesday and we're doing anal. I guess if you're really planning it, I can see how you would want to really be cleaned out and just really, that's too much effort. Usually for me, if something like that comes up, it's last minute.
That's what I'm saying. Like, usually it just kind of, just like the heat of the moment kind of thing.
That's when things start to get primitive.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's usually, when alcohol's involved too, because it sounds like a good idea.
Some kind of relaxant for sure. Some kind of, lots of whiskey had been had or margaritas or something. But it's not something that I would be like, yes, okay, so Wednesday, honey, I'll be on diuretics all week, so there will be nothing to eat. No, I wouldn't do that. That's a lot.
That just kind of takes, I wouldn't say the fun out of it, because when it's happening, you realize it was such a bad idea.
Yeah, you're like, although apparently to some people it feels really good. Like the
to guys, it's great.
Yes, but apparently this woman was saying that, the feeling when they have a really good poo, that feeling feels like almost orgasmic, and so anal feels the same to them. It feels equally as good.
I don't feel that.
I have never taken a crap so good that I felt like an orgasm. But some people are anally fixated. Like the guy, the chocolate anus guy, he clearly never grew out of the anal fixation phase, which is like toddler.
I don't remember ever having an anal fixation phase.
Because you were a baby. Babies grow out of it. You grow out of it and you grow up. Some people do get stuck in certain phases and it becomes a source of arousal. Orally fixated, anally fixated, Oedipus complex. It's all psychological, I'm sure. But for some people, apparently it feels really, really amazing. And, that's great. I feel like I'm constipated and I don't like it at all. And it hurts a lot.
Yeah, I just can't get past the stretching. That's the part that hurts.
It's like, I didn't ask for an episiotomy. It's like,
pretty much.
Really doesn't feel good. But,
no, it's
not my thing. But, like I said, it
just sounds like a good idea. And then when it's happening, I'm like, why did I agree to this? And usually I'm just telling them, don't move.
It's like, stop, wait. And they're like, wait, I can't. Yeah, it's not a good thing. It's bad. Okay, so speaking of sex, this same podcast, the woman said in passing, she was talking about how this one night stand she was trying to get going, it kind of deflated and he ended up leaving.
What? Oh.
It just didn't work out. She was not going to have an orgasm. He wasn't going to get laid. And it just they just went their separate ways and it ended. And she's like, that's fine because I have a womanizer. And they're like, what's a womanizer? And she's like, it's this toy that sucks your clit. And I'm like, excuse me? What is this? So, of course, I immediately went and Googled the womanizer. And it is, first of all, incredibly expensive. A vibrator. Well, it's not even there are several styles, but if you Google the womanizer, it looks like a little belly button on a little handheld egg and like the size of a computer mouse with a little circle on it. And apparently it does this mild sucking on the clitoris.
No.
Thank you. Me either. Right? Me either.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, there's no way I'm attaching that thing to my clit.
Thank you.
What if it malfunctioned and just sucked it right off?
I'm telling you, Paula,
There's a little purple ball inside, and I'm bleeding
saw that.
out. No.
I was looking at that. I immediately looked at him like, no. And not only that, it's like $200. And I'm like, there is no way in hell. It's chargeable. You can charge it like on a phone charger. And I'm like, there's nothing about this. And then they have the ones where it has the dildo attached and all that stuff. I'm like, that is a lot of equipment. I can't. And I want no sucking. I want no vacuuming. Nothing. I just
like maybe if it was like a little pair of lips or something, that would be different.
It looks a little harsh, right? Doesn't it look a little too hard edged?
It reminds me of those things we used to use to defuzz our sweater.
Yes, that is exactly what it looks like, except with this little belly button size circle that you apparently you can adjust the intensity. And I'm like, no, that's risky. I don't think I could do that. And you know, maybe there are women that use it and they really love it. But I know that excessively hard oral sucking is not pleasing to me.
No.
Anyway, I will stick with my $8 silver bullet that takes one AA battery or whatever, two AA batteries. That's fine for me. I don't need this fancy contraption.
I need to get a new one. The one I bought was not the regular kind. It reminds me of like, it's kind of rustic, like a Jeep. And,
oh, yeah.
And it only has like 2 buttons, small or fast, or
yeah,
like large. Or
you
whatever.
need the graduated sliding
the
up
slider bar.
Yes,
I know this. I've been using them forever. I just
Yes.
don't know why I picked that one.
Oh, it's probably cheap. And you went, they're all the same, but they're not
That's
all
what
the
I
same.
thought.
Yes, and so I highly endorse stocking stuffers. If you have no children, buy yourself a silver bullet for $8 because they're the best. I mean, you know, look, the womanizer, if it works, but if you have orgasm problems, I wouldn't buy it.
No, that looks frightening to me.
Yeah, when I saw that, in my mind was the Sex and the City episode where Samantha goes, "Don't get that one; it'll burn your clit off." That is exactly.
Just imagine your little labia looking like a little piece of ground beef.
Oh my God! You know, a hickey on your clit. Ugh. Yeah, no thank you. What if you accidentally did it too hard or something? Or what if it got hot or something? Oh.
Do you have to use lube? I mean, I just don't know.
I think you do, because when I was looking at it, there was some suggestions for lube. I'm like, see, I'm already out. I'm out. This isn't too much.
What if you can't release the suction? I mean, I just don't, you know.
Oh, God.
What if it's like that stuff at the dentist where they're trying to take molds?
Oh, no. There's nothing you can do either, because you'd have to get something to kind of release the air to get, that sounds like an issue.
No, me, I'd probably be running around the house with it hanging off of me.
Someone.
There's one in here that looks like a nose plug. I don't know what that thing is. What is that?
I don't know. They all look whenever I see sex toys for women that I can't figure out, I'm like, you know, see that I'm not interested in that. I don't need to mount some appliance.
Right.
It's just too much.
I just want to rub one out in under 5 minutes.
Yeah, I just want to get it done in less than a minute or 2 minutes and get out of here.
Right.
I got to take a shower. I got work to do. But anyway, the other thing I wanted to tell you about, this happened almost a month ago, but we haven't had time to talk about it, so I'm going to tell you about it today. A 69-year-old woman from Seattle died after contracting a very rare brain-eating amoeba infection from using a neti pot.
Oh my God.
Now, haven't you used a neti pot?
I have, but they have that saline stuff or like the salt saline stuff you put in there. Wouldn't that kill most bacteria?
What they've come to figure out is she probably used it incorrectly. She didn't use sterile water. She used Brita filtered tap water. She didn't use sterile water, which is something I think it's like, it comes in bottles, right?
They say you're supposed to use, what's the water that starts with a D? Distilled water. Yes. Distilled water.
Yes. So it says that she suffered from sinus infections, used the neti pot for about a month before she started developing a strange rash on her nose. Initially, she chalked it up to rosacea, but the rash wouldn't go away. And then she started having seizures, which took her to the hospital. The surgeon examined her brain tissue and said a section of her brain about the size of a golf ball was a bloody mush. There was amoeba all over it, just eating her brain. Her condition deteriorated and she fell into a coma and died.
Oh my God.
It was an amoeba that is found in fresh water and soil. It can enter the body through an open wound or a cut. They later discovered the woman had been using Brita filtered tap water. So basically she was putting using it from the tap, putting it in her Brita filter pitcher, and then pouring it in her neti pot.
Oh.
So she was just using tap water. They said they did not have the chance to test the water to confirm their hypothesis. They suspected that the infection was due to improper nasal lavage. Whatever that is. Probably the water.
Rinsing.
It happened to 2 people in Louisiana as well. And I'm like, okay, people, stop with the trying to cheap out. Get the damn distilled water if you're going to do the neti pot, okay? And then you add a bunch of shit to it, right?
Well, you're supposed to add the saline packets that go with it.
Yeah,
so,
which would kill the amoebas.
I would think that would. Yeah, because it's like salt or
What a
something.
way! What a way to go, man.
I mean, you can't just use water.
Clearly.
That hurts.
I would think that it would be really painful on your nasals. I mean, and water in general hurts anyway. I mean, you can't use it for anything but drinking if you think, or bathing. I mean, if you think about it, if you try to do anything with it, it hurts. I mean, that's why
It's like getting water up your nose when you're swimming.
Oh my God, it would burn. Yeah. How did she do? And then did it for a month. What a dummy. I mean, you know, I'm sorry she's dead and everything, but still.
Just terrible.
But 2019 is a new year. Have you thought about any, not just related to the show, of course, but do you have any resolutions for 2019? I normally don't do them because I think they're kind of bullshit, but I mentally make notes about what I would like to do in 2019, resolution wise, personal growth or whatever. Do you have have you thought of anything?
Well, I mean, I usually have the same one every year,
Don't get pregnant.
Don't get pregnant.
Yes.
I've been pretty successful, well, for obviously the last 9 years.
So far, so good. Yes.
So far, so good on that one. Mm-hmm. I think 2019 will bring about some big changes for me.
I do too.
We shall see. I have to still get a job first. So.
You will. You know what? I appreciate you waiting because my way of doing things is, especially when it came to employment, I took whatever I could get because I felt desperate. But luckily for you, you're waiting for the right thing to come along because you've had opportunities, but they were just not right. And you would have been trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. So I'm proud of you for waiting for the right opportunity. I think it's going to come along very soon.
I hope so.
I do. And then, you know, I think that will make the world your oyster in 2019. So I'm excited for you to get back into the workforce now that you've raised your children to be the derelicts that they are.
Yes.
Hey, real quick, what did Olivia get the award for? You didn't really want to talk about it, but I'm just curious.
She got an award for I want to say it was just for bettering herself.
Aww.
Or I don't really know.
Just
what
improvement, or probably just a citizen of the month type thing.
No, I think it was like improvement, or
Aww.
I don't really know what it was. They sent us an email like 2 days before saying, or a day before saying, you know, your child's getting an award.
Yeah.
Please be at the multi-purpose room at 9:15 a.m.
You're like 9:15.
Hey, that was better. There was an assembly before us, and so it's just like, that could have been even worse.
I remember those assemblies. It's like your son is getting an award. Please be in the cafeteria at 8:05. 8:05.
I'm like, that's like literally 5 minutes after I just dropped him off, and I usually am still in my pajamas.
Seriously. She looked so cute.
Yes. Well, it was crazy hair day, so for her, crazy hair day is actually putting her hair up. So
her hair looked adorable. Like, did you curl it and everything?
no,
God, it
she
looked
just
so
put
cute.
it up in braids.
It looked really cute. I thought she looked really cute in that
And
picture.
I'm sure you could see her short pants that she was wearing.
The one she refuses to give up.
Yep.
Hey, you know what?
They now have holes in the knees.
My girlfriend, her daughter, when she was just a smidge younger than Olivia, refused to wear anything but purple. She wore purple for an entire school year. She refused to wear any other color. It was her signature color, and that's all she was going to wear. Even as the clothes got smaller and smaller, she was not going to change. Everything was purple. And I'm like, you know what? Live your best life. You're not going to be able to wear these when you're 20. So enjoy. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Who cares?
That is true.
I mean, you obviously care because you want to make sure that your children look presentable and that you're caring for them.
I don't want her to look homeless or something like that. Or like she can't afford regular pants. I'm like, she has a whole, just so everybody knows, she has a whole drawer full of pants that actually fit her. She just won't wear them.
Yeah. Note, please note, Do not contact me with your concerns.
Put those sticky notes on her knees that now have holes in them.
Patch them up. Remember when in the old days when parents would put patches on their kids' pants?
Oh, that became really cool actually when I was in high school.
Yeah, it was. I remember.
So she had her classroom party yesterday.
Oh.
So everyone got their gifts. She got chocolate.
No chocolate anuses.
No, she got Ferrero Rocher chocolates.
Oh, okay. Someone got this from their office gift party and brought them to school.
At those and I'm like, those things aren't worth $10, you cheap ass.
No, they probably got them from their office party and said, here, son, just take these. It's fine.
And so we gave away the squishy that we had bought online at Amazon. The person that got it actually traded it for something else. And so she got her feelings hurt a little bit. But I'm just like, whoever got it, I'm sure they really liked it.
Well, and plus, honestly, she was probably pissed that she didn't think about trading.
Well, actually, a lot of students took their own gifts that they brought.
They traded them back with what they... God.
No, they just, whenever it was time to go get a bag, they took the bag that they brought.
They're not allowed to do that.
That's what I thought, but I'm just like, whatever. I'm like, this whole gift, white elephant, whatever they called it, was just stupid. And it wasn't even a white elephant.
It was
white elephant, it's like when you grab something from your house and you just put it in a bag.
It's just gift exchange. And they really, she should have said, by the way, you can't take your own present, Nathan. Yeah. Oh, did you see the top names for boys and girls for 2018?
No, what are they?
Olivia's number 2.
Olivia's been like in the top 10 for like the last 10 years.
It was like, it's off the top of my head, like Sophia, Olivia, Isabella, just all the uhs. And there might have been one normal one. Actually, it's funny. Why can't I talk? What's wrong with me? I'm seizing. She ripped the sucker's head off, Dad. Malia has a friend named Maxine. And I thought that was hilarious.
Maxine?
Yes, because it's such an old lady name. And I loved it. I'm like, I love that she has an old lady friend name. Maxine.
Do they call her Maxie or?
No, it's Maxine. She goes by Maxine, period. Boys, it was like Noah, Caden, Jackson, these really unusual, strange. I thought Noah's fine, but I mean, no Michael, no John, no Jason. It was all these other hipster names.
Sad.
A little. I don't know if I had a kid now, I don't even know what I'd name it. Like, I'm at a loss completely. I wouldn't even know.
Well, I mean, it takes time to mull through that decision.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be Jackson.
Well, when I told Victor I liked that name a long time ago, and he's like, well, our kid's not going to be black, and I'm like, that doesn't
have to do with anything,
name.
You idiot.
I'm like, that's not a black kid's name.
It is not.
I'm like, that's an anybody name.
That's a normal name. It's not like you said I wanted to name him. I'm not going to go into it, but you know,
don't do it.
I'm not.
Don't do it.
I won't. I'm just saying. God.
I just like very, traditional names. Like, I like the name Jacob. Yeah,
there was one name. I can't remember what it was, but I've never liked, there are certain names where I just go, oh, when it comes to certain names. Like the problem is I know all those names. I know kids named all those names. So I can't be like, oh, I hate that name. That's kind of mean. Well, I tried to be fancy when Mackenzie was born, and I was like, I really like the name Amberly. And Mom's like, don't you dare name that child Amberly.
What's wrong with Amberly?
I thought it was pretty, and she said it was trashy. It was a trashy
name. The name Ambra.
It's a stripper name, but Amber?
No, Ambra.
Oh, Amber's pretty. Amber Lee is what I was thinking. I've always liked that name from the time I was little. I didn't even know anybody named Amber Lee. Maybe there was some show or something, and our mom was like, absolutely not, you will not name that child Amber Lee, that is a terrible name. I'm like, okay, fine. Mackenzie, well, I guess that'll do.
Like you needed her approval.
I didn't. I could have named her that, but when she was born she looked like a Mackenzie, so it was easy. But yeah, as far as boys, I just don't even know. Daryl and I talk about it. I go, would you want a junior? And he's like, I don't know, man. He's not sure.
Oh, are you guys having another?
God, no. When we were talking about it, You know, I go through phases where I'm like, I wish we had another one. I would have loved to have given you a son. And then he gets this really sad face. He's like, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm like, I know. I'm not saying. I mean, we're old as hell. We have no business even thinking about it. I'm just saying it would be cool to have a son with him. But
Well, Rachel Weisz had a baby at 48.
no, not happening. Can you even imagine being pregnant at 40? Let alone 48? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could imagine being pregnant at 40, but I couldn't imagine me being pregnant.
That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine having a baby right now?
I'm so terrible at being pregnant.
Well, and you'd be so tired, man.
I'm already tired.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Tired right now, this very minute.
I know. There's no prenatal vitamins in the world that are going to perk you up. It's just not at 40 or 40 plus.
I mean, if that was my only job was to be pregnant, then I could do it.
They'd have to wrap you in a bubble, Paula, and
Just have to go live off campus somewhere.
you would have an IV put in immediately, and you would just exist, percolating and baking. That's all you could do.
That actually sounds kind of nice.
It's a vacation. Yeah, no. Okay. I'm not really sure what 2019 is going to look like for me personally, because our last child graduates in June.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'm pseudo free. I'm pretty young to be having this many kids that are in adulthood, because we started having children really young.
Right.
I have to say, I don't know what it's going to look like. I have realized, though, even with adult kids, they really rely on you quite a bit still. Mm-hmm. Advice, coming over, whatever. And so I'm not sure, but I told Daryl, I said, before we really jump into anything new, some new horizon, I'd really like to take about a year to figure my shit out, because I don't even know what that is. So 2019 is going to be, it's going to be like the Bevolution.
The Bevolution.
I'm just going to figure it out. I'm not going to become a substitute teacher or anything, but I'm just going to try to figure my shit out, because right now, every day it's something new. I said, would you mind if we became a foster home for kittens? And Daryl's like, what? Really? And I said, yeah, it'd be great. I'd be good at it. He's like, Jamie, I don't know, man. I'm like, what? I want to foster, special needs kittens. He's like, really? I saw a kitten who has to wear a diaper, and its little legs are shriveled up because nothing happened with them.
I saw that picture.
It pulls itself around, and it's really cute. And I said, I could do that. He's like, really? Diapered kittens? I'm like, what? We have the room. No.
One time I saw this video of a bunch of kittens where they had those like little wheels on their back.
I know.
And they all started running down the road, and Victor's like, look, it's a biker gang.
Maybe I can start building wheelchairs for cats.
I know. You could do that.
It could be anything, anyway.
You would get tired after 2 days of cleaning up cat crap.
That's what he goes, as long as they don't shit everywhere. And I said, well, that's going to happen. And he said, well, God, he's not built to say no to me.
Right.
So it's a struggle. But I think there's a part of him every time he travels, like he's in LA today. I think there's a part of him that every time he travels, when he comes home, he's worried there will be a new animal in the house.
Oh.
I think there's just a little tinge of concern, because Malia is all in. She'd be like, yes, let's get them all, whereas he's just like, please, dear Lord, So 2019 is going to be a year of discovery. I'm not sure what's going to be on the menu, but I am hopeful that with your life hopefully changing, that means that I will be available to help you with your kids and stuff. I'm really hopeful about that. And so I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to not being a full-time mom and seeing what that means. So my resolution is just not to go nuts.
That's always a goal. That's not even a resolution.
All right, so let's do some ugly and awkward moments of the week. Do you have one?
I don't.
Okay.
I just don't. I don't know what's been going on all week. I've just been busy berating my son. And,
yes. Well, you have your shit together right now. That happens. When we're really focused, we don't get awkward. We're serious. We have our crap together.
Yeah. Things have been less Christmassy this year, so I haven't been venturing out too much and doing anything.
Well, you've been busy being serious, and when that happens, there's no awkward moments because there's no time for awkward when you're being an adult. I actually have one.
Good.
It happened last night. Yesterday, although it may not seem like it when we're recording, I actually do quite a bit of research for the show. And, I'm always looking at what's going on in the world of podcasting and broadcasting and media in general because I'm obsessed. And I'm a big proponent and I'm a huge believer in the medium of audio, whether it's radio or whatever. So I'm always looking to see what's the next thing. And I drink a lot of water. And so I spilled a little bit of water on my keyboard, like a drop, like hardly anything. And so for the first time in my life, I went, oh, it wasn't that much. And I didn't do anything about it. I just said it'll dry. So a couple hours later, I'm typing in books because I want to look for a book. And so I type in books. And when I type in books, all that comes up is B and then oi, 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 O-Y, 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 like a bunch of times in a row. And I'm like, what? What the hell? So I redid it again. Same thing. And so I completely shorted out my keyboard.
Oh, no.
With the water. I didn't know. And so it's like 8:30 at night. And I said, hey, Daryl. He goes, yeah. He's playing Red Dead Redemption. And I said, can you come in here? And he's like, yeah, sure. He goes, what is it, honey? And I'm like, I think I broke the keyboard. He's like, what? And suddenly he's not nice anymore. Now he's irritated, immediately irritated with me. And he goes, what did you do? And I said, well, earlier today, I spilled like a teeny bit of water on the keyboard and I didn't dry it off because I didn't think it was that big of a deal. He's like, what? And so he's like, well, it's broken. And I said, so now what do we do? So he is like super grumpy and he doesn't think he's being grumpy. And now I'm pissed. I said, look, I spilled some water. I broke the keyboard. It's old as hell. It doesn't matter.
I'm human. Cut me some slack.
Right. You know who I am. He's like, I said, listen, all this time drinking water and champagne and whatever in front of my computer, and I've never broken anything. So I think my run is pretty good.
Well, it's not like you break things all the time.
No, but well, if you ask Mom, she would tell you I break everything.
Well, you kind of do, actually.
I know.
Only antennas.
Only antennas. Thank God we're in an antenna-less society now. Everything's satellite. But now there's keyboards to break. And so he digs out this old-ass keyboard. He goes, well, this'll do, but I don't know. And I said, look, I don't really know why you're mad right now. He goes, I'm mad because you want answers, and I don't know the answers to your questions. And I said, you're mad that I broke this keyboard. He goes, it's not that old. I go, it is old. I go, it's at least 5 years old, if not 6 years old. So we're having this huge debate. He goes, you're just angry because I don't have the answers for you. I go, no, that's not true.
There's no answer to be had.
That's what I said. I go, all I keep asking you is, do you think I broke it with my water spillage? And you refuse to admit that that's what it is. He goes, because I don't know. And I said, all right, that's it. I said, I'm going to Best Buy right now and I'm buying myself a keyboard. And he goes, you're going nowhere without me. I'm like, watch me. And I grab my keys. I go, I'm leaving. And he's like, hold on. And so we're having this thing. Malia's upstairs. I go, Malia. And she goes, what? I go, your bickering parents are going to Best Buy to resolve an issue. And she's like, all right, fine. It was pretty hilarious. But all in all, I got a new keyboard. So
did you pick it out or did he pick it out?
I let him pick it out.
Of course.
Because I don't care. I mean, I do, but I don't. I just want it to work, and he's got this super fancy one. I go, I don't know what all those buttons do. I'm not going to use them. So let's just get something simple. I don't really care. But then I go, oh, well, that one lights up. So I got one that lights up. But other than that, it got resolved. But all of this because of my awkward moment of dripping. I swear it was just a drop of water, but who knows?
So it could never be recovered, the other one?
No.
Really?
I don't think so. And here's the thing, Paula, it's old. And so that was the argument, is he was trying to say it wasn't that old. And I said, this is not a laptop or this is not a keyboard that I selected for myself. I know it. You picked this out because it's wireless. And that's why we have it. It's not even one that goes with the computer. And so I think he was just irritated. And so then we're getting ready to leave and he gets Advil. And I go, what's the matter? You got a headache? He's like, yes, I do. I go, oh, is that why you're being so pissy? I go, is it a tension headache? He goes, yes. Yes, it is. So I start laughing.
Oh my God.
I kind of like it when I make him mad. I don't know why.
You like it when you get to him?
Well, because it's hard to do. Because he thinks I'm so great. And so when I finally get him irritated, it's kind of nice to know that he's human. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate him to death, but I like it when he gets mad at me because it's very rare.
You're weird.
I love my Phil Dunphy, though. I do. Anyway, well, gosh, this is it, Paula. We're saying goodbye to 2018, and the next time our voices will be heard, it will be a new year, fresh start for everybody, I hope.
Yeah, hopefully everyone will have a good Christmas, a good New Year. All your wishes will come true, whatever they may be.
Yes.
Hopefully you have some good resolutions, and we'll see what it brings. Probably just more of the same, but maybe not.
I am feeling very positive. I'm feeling very, what's the word? Optimistic. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to a new year. I'm sure it will be full of adventures. I mean, really, Paula, we've paid a lot of prices. I mean, we're entitled to a good year, you know? We're entitled to a little good news. Everybody is.
I like myself that.
Everybody's entitled, and we are going to make it happen. We're gonna have some Red Bull, and we're gonna get out there and we're gonna kick some ass.
I hate Red Bull, but yes.
Whatever. You know what I mean.
Good things will come to those.
We'll snort a little Coke.
Willing to wait.
And we did have some good times. We went to Vegas together.
Yeah, that was fun.
We had some good times. Mm-hmm.
Did you see that picture of Artie Fleischer with his nose?
Oh, Artie Lang.
Oh, Artie Lang. I mean.
Yeah, his nose collapsed because of all the cocaine and heroin he's done.
Isn't that gross?
I feel sorry for him. And, you know, it's funny. I was listening to him. It was about a year ago. He was on a podcast with somebody. And he's trying desperately to stay sober. And he obviously didn't, which is why he ended up in court because he failed a drug test. I mean, everybody in the world is trying to save him, and no one can save him but himself. He's gonna end up dead. I mean, he's done so much clearly so much damage to his body. But I think what I recall is that there's not much they can even do plastic surgery wise because there's nothing there.
Like he's just burned it all away?
Yeah. Like there's nothing to even reconstruct. Like they would have to construct a completely new nose internally.
They do that. They'll take it from your rib.
Yes.
Like the cartilage or the bone from your rib or your ear.
Yeah.
And build it. But
I mean, he's on Crashing. He's on a television show. It's like you can't walk around with, you know, a skeletal face.
Or like a nose that looks like a
deflated balloon.
Cinnamon bun. I mean,
it's just awful. I wish him well, man. I really do. I mean, everybody does. That's a great show. And he's good on it. But he's going to have to do some major reconstructive surgery to look normal. He's going to have to.
He should go see Paul Nastiff down in Los Angeles.
I agree. He's would do
the best.
They would do wonder. You know, Paula, I swear to God, I want Dr. Dubrow to work on me. He's so sexy.
God, I'd be afraid. He
Why?
likes to touch women's boobs.
Yeah, you're right. That's all right.
I'm just like, I don't know about that. Like, I'd be there to get my nose done, and then I'd have like the top on, and you'd be like, let's take a look at these. Wow, these are really nice for us.
Who did this? Who worked on you?
God. I don't
did
know.
it. Yeah, he'd be like, oh, nice work. Like, all right, anyway, about my nose.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like Nastiff. He kind of creeps me out. But that's why the two...
I like him.
I know you do, but that's why the two of us could go in there and be like, we're sisters. They'd be like, yes, hello. They'd be totally creepy.
I know. What is it about that line?
I don't know, but it's worked many times.
Decades.
How many times have we all gone, oh no, we're all sisters. Like, hello, let me buy you some drinks. Cocktails!
Sisters? Really? There's four of you?
Do you share everything?
Yes.
So many times.
Because we're sisters, we have sex every night.
Yes, we have sex with each other. Is that what you want to hear? You're disgusting.
We share a bed and we sleep naked.
And we have pillow fights. Idiot. Men are so dumb.
I know.
God, you're like dogs. Aren't they? When they allow themselves to be, they're just disgustingly piggy. They can't
really
help
are.
it. Even Daryl, he's like, so pillow fights, huh? And I'm like, really, Daryl? Really? I mean, come on. Do you really think the pillow fights that I had with my sisters was sexy? We were putting
kidding me?
We were putting rocks in our pillows to kick each other's ass. There was nothing playful about them.
We took the pillowcases off sometimes and just, wailed. Feathers everywhere.
We would put our Cabbage Patch or Barbies in our pillowcases so when we hit, it would leave a mark. It was like paintball.
I don't even think there were pillows in there.
No. It was like prison. Putting oranges in bars of soap. I legit remember someone putting a bar of soap in their pillowcase and whipping it around and hitting us. I don't know. It was probably Stephanie, but somebody did do the prison thing with soap and whacked people with it.
God, if we were even smarter, we just would have gotten a bar of soap and put it in a sock.
I mean, really, it would debase down to anything. Someone has pulled a knife on us. We've definitely pulled knives on each other. I mean, It was not sexy.
No.
It was life on the inside, man.
Allison and Stephanie, they were unloading the dishwasher and eventually started throwing dishes at each other.
Yeah. Oh, remember when Mom threw a bowl at my head?
Then she threw the sugar container.
Yes. And then she left and went and got drunk.
Room.
It was ridiculous. And then she came home at 2 a.m. hammered. It's like, well, I mean, look. We've all been there. I understand her plight now, but back then I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was...
Now I get it.
Well, it was just so unlike her to do something like that.
She had enough. That was the limit. Yeah.
That was funny.
I know. Anyway, we love you, Mother.
Right.
Really, we do.
We do. So, all right. Well, I think that's a wrap for 2018. Everyone, keep doing your shopping on Amazon. Keep visiting lipandclip.com and doing some shopping as well. I think there's still time for you. If you're listening on Sunday, maybe not actually.
No, tomorrow is Christmas Eve when this drops.
Yeah,
but
you might kind of be screwed.
There's so many huge clearance sales on the 25th and the 26th. It's like suddenly it's like they're clearing out everything, so you're going to get some good deals no matter what.
So that's when you start shopping for yourself.
That's right.
So, happy Christmas, happy New Year's. We'll see you next year. Bye. Bye.
Thanks for listening and sharing the show. See you next time on The Ugly Truth.